Hello everyone, I'm coming at you guys today with my review of the Basketball Trolls. Last night's episode was a bit boring. I didn't watch it last night because I was real busy, which explains why I wasn't on Twitter last night. I watched it this morning, and so let's just go ahead and get into the foolishness. Now, this review is going to be rather quick because like I said, it was kind of like one of those dull episodes. Okay, Tammy and Royce met up, and Tammy told Royce what happened in Italy between herself and Mika. You know, that patty cake to Mika's face in that hair pulling situation. So basically that's all that happened in that little scene. And then Jennifer met up with Al Reynolds, and you know who Al is. Al is the guy that was married to Star Jones, aka Jiminy Cricket. And Jennifer asked Al to hook her up with somebody for whatever reason. I don't know, because that's like the equivalent of going to RuPaul, asking RuPaul to hook you up with somebody. You just don't go to that person for that. But anyways, Al hooked her up with someone named William, and let's just go in on William real quick. William looked like he just got out of prison. He just had that fresh prison look. Mika wasn't in this episode physically, but her aura was clearly there because his face was wet, oily looking. He had that Mo from the Three Stooges haircut, but it was wet, sweaty, and oily. He had hair patches missing from his beard. He looked like he hadn't shaved in months, let alone bathed in months. Again, like I said, he had that fresh prison look. He looked like he's lifting weights, maybe like concrete and bricks. You know, that jailhouse made gym equipment. He had on Dollar Tree black t-shirt on. He had on some Jordache pants, and 9 out of 10 he probably had on some black plastic construction worker boots on. To sum it up, he just looked like a walking STD cocktail. He looked like he just finished smoking a pack, well, a carton of Camel cigarettes, and maybe drank the whole case of Natural Light beer. He just looked a hot mess. Jennifer liked him, and we have to keep in mind she was married to Booty Lips for like, what, 13 years, so anything at this point looked good to her. I don't believe he paid for this meal. I believe VH1 paid for this dinner, or maybe Jennifer paid for this, because I don't think he carried a wallet. Like I said, he had that fresh prison look. He looked like he could have been Al's trick back in the day, so I don't know. But anyways, so Royce met up with Eric to have her business meeting, and let's just go in on Royce's outfit of the day like we always do. Royce had that grandma press and comb look going on. She had that, you know, a gray top on. She had on some Jordache boot flare or boot cut jeans. She had on some dark gray suede shoes on. She just looked a hot mess as always. She had her meeting with Eric. Eric's telling her that this move is going to be good. It's going to be about women empowerment. It's going to be awesome. It's just right for her and Susie. And he told her that he was going to send a script out to her so she can look at it. She said she was going to talk to her manager to see if this is going to be a good thing for her to do as far as getting her acting career started, because this is a lifelong dream of Royce, to become an actress. If you ask me personally, I believe that this is going to be a bootleg, food stamp funded Girls Gone Wild video. The script is going to be very minimum as far as verbal language. 3 scenes maximum. The first scene is going to be Royce and Susie. They're going to drop, blow, and roll. The second scene, they're going to lay it low and spread it wide. And the third and final scene, of course, is going to be Eric. He's going to milk that cyst and squirt the pus all over their face and stomach, and that's it. Now, Royce don't want you to say anything negative about her business meeting, because if you do, you're considered to be a hater. I'm like, can somebody please go talk to this girl daddy? Maybe he can go ahead and talk some sense in her. But yeah, that's all that basically happened as far as her business meeting. Now, she talked to Susie, and of course Susie is sitting up there talking about she need to go and talk to Jennifer and get Jennifer's permission to talk to Eric. And Royce was like she was going to go ahead and talk to Jennifer. Before Royce could make that phone call, Susie went ahead and told Jennifer everything that happened as far as this business meeting. And I mean, I'm just waiting on somebody just to cut Susie's tongue and just send her ass back to her damn social worker and let them find out, well, figure out what they're going to do next with her ass, because she's just getting on my goddamn nerves. Now, Susie and Jennifer went to the beach. They had a yoga session with this trainer. Susie did not come dressed for exercising. She had a tank top on, some Jordache shorts on. She had that thin, long ponytail that looked straight trailer parkish. And the trainer was just looking all in Susie's crotch. And then, what else happened? Evelyn and Chad. Well, Shanice is having her graduation, and her dad didn't come, her stepdad didn't come, which was really sad. And Chad came and he greeted Evelyn by licking her, and they were licking each other like two dogs in heat. They had the graduation, and as far as Chad and Shanice's relationship, to me it just seemed like he's very flirtatious with her, but not really, but it's kind of low-key flirtatious. I don't know. But anyways, they had the graduation. Now they're at their restaurant having a family dinner, and everybody in Evelyn's family was just sitting there laughing at all of Chad's lame ass jokes. I don't know, they were buttering him up because Evelyn is their last and only and final hope to get their asses out the projects, because you've seen how the mom and sister is living. So I don't know if that's the case or whatever, but Chad did not know that Evelyn was engaged twice. And how long have they been engaged? Like a year? And I mean, what do you guys do besides fucking? I mean, usually 3 months into a relationship, you know where this person lives, what they do for a living, how old they are, do they have any kids, you know, that type of stuff. But this is a whole year has passed. He did not know how old she was, and he didn't know she was engaged twice. So they had their date together, you know, the one-on-one date, Chad and Evelyn, the next day, and they had it on the beach, which was romantic to me. And she was just talking to him, telling him that, you know, a lot of people say things about her, and she want to know what do he think about that. And he's like, well, she lived and that was the past. And he was like, people come to him and tell him that she's with him for his money. He says that he replied to them telling them that he's with her for her money. So right there, that was just a bunch of sarcasm right there, because what money do she have? How is she making her money other than hoeing? I dropped the link in the description box to Trinity's page here on YouTube. She went to Miami and she went to Dulce. She has video footage, well, pictures on there. You guys take a look at it. A hot mess. My battery is about to die, but the next episode is going to be a real good episode, and I can't wait to do a review on that one, because Eric is going to throw a drink in Jennifer's face. So until the next video, guys, bye.